In cases you needed someone to tell you this, they're not your friends. When I was in your position, I wish someone just looked at me and said, Hamza, take a look around. Look at them really. Look at their interests and hobbies compared to yours. Because I went through my entire years at high school with the same group of guys around me who I considered my best friends. You know, every single day we'd talk and we'd even laugh. We'd even have like good times in school. You know, oftentimes they'd come into school in the morning and they'd be telling stories of like the stuff they had all done last night. Like they had all made plans without me and like, you know, slept around each other's houses and stuff. I wasn't invited. But inside of school, we'd still be laughing together. But things started to separate when I actually got onto self-improvements. And especially when I started to go to the gym and they bullied me for it. And I bet you can relate to this. The person or the people that you thought of when you clicked on this video, they actually insult you and bully you and harass you when you're doing good habits.
Friends, what a topic. I had these problems as well. You have to know when to cut the connection with them. They are pulling you down. I know it firsthand. Believe me, they don't help you in anything. You know why every rich guy says that, show me your friends and I'll show your future. Think about it for a sec. Why are you with them? Do they have habits that potentially make you better? Can they give you advice in anything? I think not. Cut them off for your future, not for somebody else, only for yours. The other day, I heard a story where a fisherman cast some crabs and put them into a bucket. One of the crabs started crawling upwards to the top. The crab almost got out when a guy near the fisherman saw it and said, "Watch out, one of the crabs is going to escape." The fisherman answered, "Watch closely." The crabs from the bottom of the bucket grabbed the legs of the crawling crab and pulled it down, and the crab could not escape. Do not be like the crab who can't escape.
They don't want what's best for you. They don't want to see you grow. At that point, what are they? Because that's not friendship. What do you want friendship to mean to you for the rest of your life? Because, you know, we went through school for years, and so we were conditioned to think that friendship is sitting in the same class as someone and every now and then telling a joke and laughing together. That's what we thought friendship was. But it's only really when you get onto self-improvement, and especially when you improve your mental health, that's when you realize that friendship, like we're going to set higher standards than that. It's no longer that I can just laugh about this meme that all of us saw together, or that we can maybe go home and play some video games, so that when you grow up a little bit more and, you know, you start going out and taking drugs and getting girls together, it's past all of these bad habits, these instant gratification, you know, this pleasurable dopamine seeking hedonistic stuff. And you start to realize that maybe as a man, what we should consider friendship is brotherhood and growth. It's men who actually want something good for you. It's men who are around you who have got similar, not exactly the same, but similar hobbies and interests, but probably the same values. It's men who have the values of discipline, respect, politeness, positivity, gratitude, meditate, like mindfulness. These are the values that you'd want in good people around you. These are the values that you're cultivating yourself.
Think about your good habits. Going to the gym, read, running, everything you do, think about it. Then check where could you meet with people with the same mindset. For me, how I got one of my friends that has the same mindset as me. One day at school, we had to bring books that we read or would like to read, and had to read a quote or anything from the book. I brought in Atomic Habits by James Clear. Of course, I had it in English, but it wasn't an English class. After the class, one of my colleagues came to me and we talked about the book. He already read it and he could talk about the book. In your life, maybe in the gym or somewhere, you can get a friend with the same mindset as you.
But you deserve to be with someone like that. You deserve to have friends who have got these good values. You deserve to have friends who are better than those guys from high school who are still doing all of the bad habits, who you're still in a weird way attached to, even though that you know it's not right for you to be there. Because it's hard to detach away, isn't it? It's hard to consider thinking to leave this environment. It's hard to think how you would even go about it. It feels so awkward because, you know, not only does it feel awkward of what they would say, for some reason we stay stuck in these situations in relationships that aren't good for us because there's something, you know, primal inside of us, isn't there? There's, you know, it's like evolution, that if you imagine like cavemen, how many cavemen would have left their tribes? Probably not that many, because it would have symbolized death. You don't leave your tribe because you usually wouldn't would die if that happened. The lone wolf is a myth. There are no lone wolves because they all die off. No animal like really survives by itself. No human survives by himself. And so to consider to leave the tribe, leave the friendship group, leave the resources and the social inclusion and the body heat of other people to go out there and venture alone seems so scary. But I promise you right now, I have not seen it any other way. I wish that I could tell you the most wholesome answer I could tell you is, bro, try and get them onto self-improvement as well. Try and get them into the gym. And there's probably one friend that, it's a little bit close to getting onto self-improvement with you. That's awesome. But for most of the friends, they're simply not going to. I hope that you can kind of trust in my expertise here, being like, the self-improvement guy for a lot of like young men who have watched my videos. Trust me when I say I've tried to get thousands or at least hundreds of guys to get their friends onto self-improvement, and it usually never works because I can help you, I think, because of the fact of how much you want to improve. But even then, think about it. You have this burning desire to improve your life. You don't feel like complacent. You really want to improve. You really don't want to be average, right? And self-improvement's still hard, isn't it? It's still really, really hard. And you have the burning desire to do it, but it's still difficult. So imagine the guy who doesn't even care about it that much. Imagine like the friend of yours who doesn't even like think about self-improvement. If he doesn't even have that burning desire, it's going to be technically impossible for him. It's hard enough for us. And when we really value growth, like, that's our values. We value growth and progress. To date, I've never seen someone convince their friend to get onto self-improvement when that friend specifically didn't care about improving. I've never seen that before. When you've got maybe the one friend who actually was a little bit more inclined to self-improvement, save him. Save him from the modern times, save him from degeneracy. But most of your friends you will not be able to save. Now you can choose. You can abandon these friends or you can abandon yourself. Which one is it going to be?
You have to understand that they will not going to be as good as you. They do not care about improvement. They care only about alcohol, girls, partying. They don't have time for self-improvement. You really have to choose. You cannot be like them, cut them off. This is something you have to rely on. You or them, someone has to go. I will end this video with a quote that had been going viral on social media, but it's perfect for this topic. True friends are like diamonds, precious and rare. Fake friends are like autumn leaves, found everywhere. I hope you liked this video. I really tried to give you tips, advices for your betterment. I recently published a video about Alex Hormozy. In that video, he gave tips and advices for success. Click here to watch. If you like videos about education, motivation and self-improvement, then subscribe for more.